802.15.4 about the connectivity technologies. Apart from this, what we have discussed regarding the connectivity technologies, another is ZigBee. So basic difference between IEEE 802.15.4.2 is that it works in the first two layers, that is in the physical layer and data link layer, and ZigBee works on top of that. That means network layer and onwards, and that is up to application layer. Now 6LoWPAN also works the similar way on top of IEEE 802.15.4.2. That means on top of your physical and data link layer. But the difference is that before telling you the difference, let us know that why the name is 6LoWPAN. 6 means it is IPv6. Low means low power. Low P means low power. Then area network means that IPv6 is a technology which requires huge amount of data bits or the payload packet size to be huge, which is not suitable at all for IoT earlier, the technology wise. But it is seen that to give IP address to all IoT devices, it is not possible to use IPv4. You know the reason why we cannot use IPv4 at the time in case of IoT. What is the reason that I told earlier? You can write the reason.
Sir, we have to assign different IP address for different IoT devices.
Yes.
So IPv4 is not suitable to assign all the IoT devices. That's why we
because
use
the number of IPv4 addresses is very limited. Whereas
yes,
the number of IPv6 whereas the IoT devices are so large that it is not possible to assign IPv4 unique IPv4 address to each of the devices, IoT devices. That is why what is the solution? Solution is that we have to provide IPv6 addresses, because the IPv6 total number of IPv6 addresses 2 to the power 128, whereas total number of IPv4 addresses 2 to the power 32. So with respect to this number is so big with respect to this number that means that if I give each dust particle or each water particle in the world, still the IPv6 address, still the address will not get exhausted. So the number is so big. So that is why we use IPv6 addresses in IoT devices. But the problem is that IPv6 packet size is much larger than IPv4 packet size. So that is a challenge. Now, with respect to that challenge, we need to implement IPv6 in low power area network. So we have to devise a technology where we can use that IPv6 address where the in a low power area network. So that is the distinct feature of 6LoWPAN with respect to ZigBee and IEEE 802.15.4.2. Is it clear, student?
Yes, sir.
If you are asked that why 6LoWPAN, that case, this should be the answer. Now, what is the challenge? The first challenge is that IPv6 involves the packet size, the maximum transmission unit packet size is 1280 bytes. That means 1.2 KB. One packet size is 1.2 KB bytes of length. Whereas IEEE 802.15.4, IEEE 802.15.4, its packet size is 127 bytes. So it is almost about 10 times of the size of the IPv6 packet size with respect to the IEEE 802.15.4. Now the question is, as earlier I told, that we have to use IPv6 on top of your IPv4, right? Sorry, we have to use IPv6 on top of your IEEE 802.15.4. Because IEEE 802.15.4 works on physical layer and the MAC layer. And on top of it, you have, what are the layer? Sorry, you have network layer. Then tell me,
Transport layer.
transport layer. What else?
Then session layer.
तुम मत बोलो.
Session layer,
Session layer. Then
presentation layer,
presentation layer. Very good. And application layer. Okay. Now on top of it, IEEE 802.15.4, it uses the MAC and physical layer. On top of it, your either ZigBee or 6LoWPAN will work. 6LoWPAN will work. Right. Now, in this 6LoWPAN, whenever the packet size will follow one IPv6 packet size, yes or no? IPv6
Yes, sir.
packet size. Now, what is the IPv6 packet size that I told?
So
1280 bytes. And what is the packet size that IEEE 802.15.1? That is 127.
127.
Yes. Now the challenge is how I can accommodate this 1280 bytes of packet in the 127 bytes. It's a challenge. Na? Suppose I have to send 10 IPv6 packets. That case 10 into 1280 bytes of packets will be generated and it will be sent to IEEE 802.15.4. Now the problem will be that how I can accommodate it's quite like a big packet. I need to accommodate in a small packet. कैसे करेंगे? Possible तो नहीं है. Not only that, if you see the packet format, you will find out a huge discrepancy over there. So I am showing you. Before that, let us discuss the rest of the portion. So we will discuss this portion once again. So how to mitigate the challenges of accommodating 1280 bytes of length on 127 bytes. Okay. So for that, what do we do? That we use one layer that is called adaptation layer. So in this adaptation layer, basically what we do, we fragment the payload portion of the IPv6 packets into different parts. Okay. Now, if I do the fragment, that case two things we need to do. One is the packet assembly and reassembly. So that part also I will discuss. Not only that, the header part also we'll try to compress the header part. Okay. Now, another thing is that the header compression reduces the transmission overhead and allows efficient transmission of payload. One thing. Next thing is that an IPv6 addresses are compressed in 6LoWPAN with respect to two packet header size. One header size is 8 byte UDP header and 40 byte IPv6 header. Means that you just need to remember that you don't have to remember that what is UDP and IPv6 header. Though you know that UDP means unit datagram protocol. But
User datagram protocol.
User datagram protocol. In that 40 byte of IPv6 header, you have to remember only that we are sending the source IP and destination IP. Now, source IP, that should be your IPv6 address only. And destination IP is also one IPv6 address. Now, what is the size of the IPv6 address?
So 1280.
नहीं, वो तुम्हारा पूरा पैकेट का साइज है. IPv6 का साइज कितना है? अच्छा, IPv4 पैकेट का साइज कितना है? उन्होंने लिखा था ना कि कुछ दिन पहले
2 to the power 32.
2 to the power 32, that is for the IPv4. So
Yes, sir. So 2 to the power 128 हो जाएगा.
128.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
So IPv4 address size is 32 bit, whereas IPv6 address size is 128 bit. So if I write the source IP address, the address size will be 128 bit. If I write the destination address, the address size will be 128 bit. So in your entire packet, whose size is 1280 byte, not bit, I need to accommodate that source IP. I need to accommodate the destination IP also. Source IP, I need to accommodate the destination IP also. That is 128 bit, 128 bit. So this 128 bit part will be a part of this 40 byte. Remember, this one is bit, this one is byte. So if I convert this byte into bit, it will become 40 into 8. That means 320 bits, right?
Yes, sir.
So out of this 320 bits, your 256 bits will be occupied by your source IP and destination IP. Rest of them will maybe your sequence number or maybe your security checksum value or other values that they are taking. So what I want to say you that in case of IPv6 header, we are occupying 8 byte for the UDP header and 40 byte for the IPv6 header. So that is one thing that we are doing. Next thing is that how to provide the IPv6 address to the IoT devices. Because at the time of configuring, do we provide the IPv6 addresses manually by the user? Because if it is 1000 number of IPv6 addresses, it is very difficult to provide IPv6 address manually to each of the devices. In fact, in your mobile also, whenever your connectivity starts, तुम जब मोबाइल का डेटा ऑप्शन स्टार्ट कर देते हो, तो immediately when it gets start, do you have to provide any IP address? आप लोग IP address provide करते हो क्या? Without IP address, you cannot connect your mobile to the internet, right?
Yes, sir.
आप लोग provide करते हो manually?
No, sir.
कैसे वो IP address मिलता है? मैंने बताया था. How they get the IP address? Your service provider give you the IP address, right?
Yes, sir.
Now the service provider give the IP address manually. कोई आदमी बैठा रहेगा, जब तुम मोबाइल में कनेक्ट करोगे तो वो एक IP एड्रेस देगा, जब तुम डिस्कनेक्ट करोगे फिर IP एड्रेस ले लेगा, फिर कनेक्ट करोगे, तो बहुत सारा आदमी चाहिए ना.
Yes, sir.
So for that we require a server. Can you remember what is the server name to provide the IP address automatically, irrespective of whether it is
Sir,
an
DNS?
No, DNS server का काम क्या है? वो domain name देता है, domain name server. Suppose if you have purchased one server for uploading your website, that case you will be given one IP address, unique IP address. Suppose 127.198.2.1. So one IP address is given, and with respect to that IP address, you can upload your content of your website. So every time if you want to enter your go to your website, that case you have to write http www.127.198.2.1. Is it possible for you? It is not possible for you to remember the entire address name, na? So instead of this,
Yes, sir.
what they do? They give you a domain
Sir,
name.
give a name. Yes, sir.
So domain name that rajeshgaura.com. If that domain name is free, if this domain name is freely available, that case they will give you rajeshgaura.com, which is mapped with your 127.198.2.1. So that is the job of your DNS server. DNS server has the entire pool of whatever the web sites names are there, and they try to map your IP address also with that particular website. Clear? DNS ka?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Or whether you are applying for .com or whether you are applying for .in or .ac.in, .org, that will also, they will check it out. Now, which server is giving you the IP address?
DHCP server.
Yes. Who told DHCP
Yes, sir.
server?
Dynamic.
Who told? You will get some number,
Service.
number, huh?
Sajid.
अजीत, अच्छा अजीत, नेट देख के तो नहीं बताया?
नहीं sir.
अच्छा, very good, very good. So it's a
Thank
called
you.
DHCP server. So every time whenever you start your network, then immediately one DHCP server will get activated. In that DHCP server, they have a pool of IP addresses. Pool of IP addresses. From that pool, they check that which IP address is right now free, nobody is using. Then immediately they will give that IP address. They will give that IP address. Now, when you will disconnect your network, then that IP address will be released and that IP address will be given to other users who are asking for the IP address. Means that one IP address is not given to you for the lifetime. This IP address will be given to you in a shared basis. And whenever there is no IP addresses are available right now, because all the IP addresses have been taken by any one of the user, that case you will find out a connectivity issue. तुम बार-बार connect करने का कोशिश करोगे तो वो connect नहीं होगा, because they are not able to give you an IP address. होता है ना कभी-कभी ऐसा? You have been connected but you are not getting the internet. Have you faced these issues? Very rare, but still I believe that you have faced this kind of issues.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is the reason that when they are not able to give you an IP address, that time so connectivity will face an issue. Okay. Now, in case of IoT devices also, large number of IoT devices are there which are connected with each other. So that time also they require an IPv6 address. Now, if they applied, suppose in the tea garden, multiple number of IoT devices are there. Now, whenever they want to connect with each other through 6LoWPAN network and they need the IPv6 address, so that time if they apply to the DHCP server, please give me an IP address, so it will be very difficult. And the second thing is that they are not required to be connected in the internet. If they are connected in the intranet within themselves, that is sufficient enough, right? So for that, there is an auto configuration, stateless auto configuration service is there. Through that stateless auto configuration service, they are giving the private IP. They are giving the private IP to all the nodes. A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever IP address is there. So they are giving the IP addresses. So in this way, they are avoiding the by bypassing the DHCP server. The DHCP server is not required. अगर DHCP server का जरूरत पड़ता, that case they would not have get the connection so easily, and they don't require also, because they need to connect with each other within their internal network, which is called intranet. And also, they don't require public IP. Do you know what is the difference between public IP and private IP? Sajid, आज एक 1 marks मिलेगा उसको, bonus marks. Apart from, if anybody can say what is the difference between public IP and private IP, they will also get the marks.
Sir, private local net में use होता है.
तुम्हारा voice crack कर रहा है. You can write it in the chat.
Public IP से local.
Yes, private IP local net में use होता है. Means that private IP is an IP which can be used by the other network also, but not within your network, because IP address is a unique address, na? But private IP is not a unique address. Within our local network, I can use the private IP. But if I want to connect in the internet, that case I need the public IP. Okay, so as they are connected within their internal network, so they can be connected with the private IP. Harshit, I think you have joined in this class. Okay, so your class timing is 10:30. So have I given you the Harshit? Hello?
Sir,
I think I have given you 10 o'clock. Nah? So please, so it's a mistake from my side. So join at 10:30. Sorry for the inconvenience. Those who are the CSC students, you can join at 10:30.
Okay, sir.
EC electrical students, you can now leave your classes from 10:30. Okay, so this portion is clear, students. Private IP and stateless auto configuration.
Yes.
Okay, now coming back to the point of the how we are going to accommodate this IPv6 addresses within our IEEE 802.15.4. So as already I told that this is the header, packet header format of IPv6 addresses, where you will find out that what is the total size? Total size is 1280 bytes. 1 byte equal to 8 bit. Right. Now out of this, your destination address size is how much? IPv6 का destination address size कितना है? 128 bits. 128 bits means how many bytes? 8 से divide करो. And tell me.
16, sir.
हाँ? कितना होता है?
16, sir.
16. That means 16
16, sir.
bytes. Okay. This one is also 16 bytes. Right? This one is 1 byte. This one is also 1 byte. Okay. So altogether, this is 16 plus 16, 32, and this 2 requires 34 bytes. And rest of them are the payload. So 34 bytes, which has been taken by the source address, destination address, payload length, hop limit, traffic class, version. So all those things, right? So it is taking how many bytes? 34 bytes. 16 plus 16, 32. This is 1 byte. This is 1 byte. That is total 34 bytes. So 1280 bytes minus 1280 bytes. Try to understand the calculation. 1280 bytes minus 34. How much? कितना होता है? 1280 minus 34.
1246.
146. 1246.
1246. So 1246 is your payload. Payload means your actual data. Okay. Now comes back to IEEE 802.15.4, where the source ID here, because it is a source ID and destination ID, it is not IP address. Why? Because it is what's in the data link layer. In the data link layer, we are not concerned about the IP address. We are concerned about what? MAC address. MAC address size is 48 bytes. Apart from MAC ID, so extra 20 bits they are using for their unique ID. So you can consider your source ID as 64 bits, destination ID is 64 bits. Okay. So 64 bits means if I convert it to bytes, that how much bytes it will be? 8 byte. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This one is also 8 byte. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this length is actually 8 bits plus 8 bits plus 8 bits plus 8 bits. That is 32 bits. 32 bits means how much? 4 byte? Correct? If you have,
Yes.
if it is unclear to you, please let me know. So this one is also 4 byte. करेक्ट? ऊपर देखो,
Yes, sir.
देखने से पता चलेगा. These two are 4 byte plus 4 byte. 8 bits equal to 1 byte. So total how much? 8 plus 8, 16. 16 plus 4, 20. 20 plus 4, 24 bytes. So 24 bytes. Actually, not 24 bytes. It should be 25 bytes. 1 byte is extra for checksum. 1 byte for checksum. For security purpose, they are using checksum bit. Checksum bits for security purpose. So total 25 bytes. They are utilizing 25 bytes. They are utilizing for header part. So what is the total size of IPv6? Sorry, IPv6 बोल रहा हूँ. IEEE 802.15.4 का total size कितना है?
So 127
127. Very good.
bytes.
127 bytes. Out of this, header byte कितना है? Header means this part. कितना लिया मैंने?
So 25. सर लेकिन 25 तो नहीं होगा शायद से. सर
24
29
होगा.
हो जाएगा क्योंकि
क्यों?
जैसे
कैसे? This one is 8
सर
byte.
आपने DSN का भी. हाँ सर 8 बाइट. फिर डेस्टिनेशन का भी 8 बाइट हो जाएगा.
8 byte. This one is 4
फिर उसके
byte.
बाद. Yes sir.
This one is 4 byte.
Okay, yeah, okay sir. सर
है कि
और
नहीं?
चेकसम का 1 बाइट 25.
Checksum का 1 byte. So 25 हो रहा है. Clear?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Okay. Okay. समझ में नहीं आने से बोलना, ठीक है? So 25 byte. तो बाकी कितना रह गया? 102 byte.
102.
So look at here. The challenges presented in the 6LoWPAN is evident from that we have to use 1280 octet. Octet means 1 octet means 8 bit. Okay. So as the IPv6 size is 1280 bytes, that means it is 1280 octets for transmission. In contrast, IEEE 802.15.4 can support only maximum 127 bytes. Out of this, 25 octets for frame overhead. Rest is that 102 octets, that is for payload. Now, out of this 102 octet, few octet, that means it is 102 minus 81. कितना होता है? 21 byte, right? So 21 byte
Yes,
is
sir.
used for the security purpose, security portion of the header. Rest, I have 81 octet. Out of this 81 octet, if I want to accommodate the IPv6 addresses, IPv6 header, that case IPv6 का जो source address, destination address, ये सब मुझे देना पड़ेगा ना? मुझे अगर
Yes,
ये
sir.
IPv6 का एड्रेस घुसाना है, that case I need to accommodate the source IP, destination IP, and everything. So for source IP and destination IP, and also for the user UDP packet header, what is the total size? Earlier we told that is 40 plus 8, 48 bytes. याद है हम लोग
Yes sir.
क्या था? This one.
हाँ सर. UDP का 8 बाइट और
Yes, yes.
हेडर का IPv6 हेडर का.
48 byte है. Now 81 minus 48, how much? Hello, students.
33 sir.
33. Yes,
अब
sir.
3 मिनट बाकी है. It can get disconnected. Okay. So कितना है? बताओ. 81 minus 48.
33.
33.
So only 33 bytes left to give your payload. अभी payload का size IPv6 का कितना है? 1246 bytes. Now is it possible to include this 1246 bytes into 33 bytes? ये calculation तुम्हें समझ में आया? Or shall I explain it again?
सर एक बार फिर से समझा दीजिए सर.
ओके ओके, डोंट वरी. एक काम करते हैं, अभी ये कनेक्शन बंद करके फिर से चालू करते हैं, नहीं तो ये बंद हो जाएगा. ठीक है?
Yes sir.